classroom there.
Ngày mai cũng được tùy con, nhưng mà con làm xong đó chưa?
Because you post at the
Thằng Mạnh nó có cho vô không hả?
Discussion area there and for our homework and the discussion
Không có
on
tiếng
the homework.
cho video thôi.
And after class, I there for reviewing is at the other place. It says Victoria's calligraphy class demo and the homework. So click on that and we go there and you will see others students, classmates homework that I put there. Unmute yourself, I cannot hear you.
Did I put it in the wrong place?
I can hear you, but I don't
you
even
can open there, but most of our discussion about the homework, about the class was at other place. The link.
Oh, I'm still getting used to the stuff. I still don't understand where to post. I posted it in one place and then I'm not sure what I'm doing.
Right. Okay.
And I got your emails about mounting too, and I don't know I don't know what the backing paper is, but I'll email you about it.
Okay, and
I just need the links to the stuff, and I think did I put it in the right place in the first place? I hope so.
Okay. Later on, I can send you the link. Show you where is the place where other classmates put the in the classroom there. And
thank you.
And one thing I forgot, Emily. Last time, Emily says want to have interest to see when I do the show for one character calligraphy, our list for the image, one character become image. You know, one character image of the character. What's our list for the new year? And I forgot. Later I will post on the classroom though. Anyway, actually that's just for mostly around the new year time, but include some most important things, you know, and up to the very every year update for customs request. You know, sometimes customs request, they just say, oh, some word, I like it, not just around New Year. Yeah, and I do it. So mostly just for Chinese New Year around, but I will show you the picture later for my list for the Chinese New Year one character. So this morning I tried to, remember this paper, remember that paper, and I will do the blessing on the red squared paper and my orchid, everything, and I forgot that one, forgot that list. Anyway, let's review the Dao a little bit, because however, we need lots of exercise practice on that always though. And also Kathy said with some, you know, feel not very, I mean, feel like comfortable to do that, not from natural, still didn't get that. So we'll review that. Whatever the style, let's do the, let's say standard style, more clear. Okay, we see the two parts basically, right? The center part, like the two, see my desk, right? Like two dots with kind of the direction, right? Like two dots direction, right one taller and like heavier, and then vertical and horizontal, and a small slant, and then put this like a rectangular things. It was actually the other character of the eye. Right one, a little bit heavier, right? And the two small horizontal one in the center. So Yulia, I don't know, you learned Chinese language, you said, right? But I don't know how much for the calligraphy or the writing you learned before. I thought homework, you need work on some like a stroke things, how to press it with some press and the lifting, you know, when you do the brush work and do some during the walking, your brush work needs some rhythm, more rhythm. Okay, then this part is the this part we need lots of practice always, you know, for this, not just saying, oh, I learned today, oh, I learned yesterday, always for the whole life. This is kind of the activities for yourself, and we enjoy it practicing. Yeah. This is the head, right? This is head, the character for head, and thinking of this, the main, the body part. So like up straight, try to do some up straight. And then the radical, this radical is for the meaning for the radical is the walking radical, as we said, right? So this is radical. So do not put them too far, too apart. Number 3, I said. And this, give it a last stroke, a little bit like a slope there. Pause here, and when you're ready, go. Big press and lift. See how slow I did, Yulia, just for the pressing and the lift. Yeah, things like that. So like 2 points, when you know the stroke by stroke already, you want to do like the one character as image beautifully, you need to think about the whole like a composition thing, right? This is like the picture. So you have some like the common sense to judge is how balanced, how beautiful, or thinking of meaning to help you see basically like 2 parts there. This for center, and this is kind of the holding things outside the hold things. And do not put them, do not think about this is the left and the right part, put them very apart, right? Not the 2 parts for left and right, put them there. It's kind of the center thing, main part, and something like the like holding, right? This way. And also thinking of the meaning of the walking. So give here, even the official script style, we said kind of the flat, right? But give it a little bit slope there. You're thinking about, you know, like the stand here, and then when you walk, right, lift your foot, and then step out, give some direction, right? So this is the walking radical. So do not do this last stroke too flat, looks too like the horizontal one. Give this a little bit of slope. Okay, yeah, and make the center part very straight up and stable thing. Okay, I think just review that much, and this is the walking. I mean, this is the standard style, and when I saw the walking style, like Susan does some, it's like the between walking and standard. Fine, just fine. Yeah, have your own style a little bit. Yeah, just perfect. I think the walking style is more shows the movements, the whole tendency, right? So shows the chi, energy, consistency, and the wholeness, right? I really see the good homework for Emily this time, because I know she does for like 20 some years for the choreography, and most concentrate on the like the standard style. Was that true, Emily? Yeah. So
yes.
yeah, my class, I want to tell you the 3 styles, at least 3 to 4, to different style, because shows different abilities or different personalities for people. Some shows the wholeness, right? The chi really, like Kathy's judgment, because it's really what a chi shows Emily's work. Yeah, and from very first, I think homework, I can tell Emily's homework, the walking style and the cursive style. It's kind of a struggle, for the some hesitate, for the rhythm things. But this time, just perfect. And also, I see this style, and I'm happy to see, sometimes this advantage doesn't show in the perfect characters. And this time, this style shows the walking class, the wholeness, and the chi, perfect, very well. And also one thing I want to explain is the walking and the running we call, right? Because it's more movement style, shows tendency compared with the standard, just stand there, right? But one thing, try to do faster or have your own rhythm to show the chi, right? And show the wholeness. But the one word, okay, I want to, I don't know which word is, which is the English, the good one. The fast or the wholeness doesn't mean the walking compared with the standard, doesn't mean rush, doesn't mean careless, doesn't mean the perfunctory, doesn't mean slapdash. I don't know. So I bring all the word here, right? Kathy, thumb up. Also like Tai Chi movement, right? You can do the running style, the walking style with the whole thing connected. But you can go some part, you can go very slow. Actually, you can go very slow, but shows the connection. So the walking or the running style doesn't mean careless rush. Do that. Doesn't mean that at all. Very different. Very different. I hope we are adults. We understand this point. But I want to bring it to the point to explain what's the running, what's the walking, right? Just to show the whole movement. Of the wholeness, consistency, wholeness doesn't mean rush, careless. Okay, yeah. Some part you decide your rhythm. A little bit of pause, a little bit. Could be very, very, very slow. Some part. Anyway, for example, like if I do the walking style of the Dao. Because sometimes, you want to show the wholeness things, show the movement, for the bigger one, not just one stroke by one stroke, probably. Okay, sure. See, not very fast. I can do the pause things. Some things like that, and also you will see the rhythm there, right? Some part I go slower and press more a little bit, but still shows the movement, the wholeness, I mean the continuing the consistency, and shows more connection than the this standard. So this is called walking style. Anyway, one reason is review, and one is show. The other reason we review is shows, for the calligraphy, always practice, and like art. You will feel different. And the practicing, the process itself is very, enjoyable. you know, each time different because your chi is different. I don't mind the flying wine. Okay, let's start today's thing. Today's thing, well, we learned 2 characters. Let's go see the blessing first. See the handout on the screen. So this basically 2 parts, right? Is left and right. Did you notice still the right part bigger than left part? Left part is the radical. This radical, I remember once I explained where which character, I couldn't remember it. Dot, horizontal, and with the connected slant. And
Victoria,
then
I
yes,
can't
oh,
see what you're doing.
sorry.
That's it. Good.
Sorry. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, dot, horizontal, and then connect with the slant, and then the vertical. Very slow lift. Dot, horizontal. This is the mouth, right? The squarish, but try to make it the trapezoid, some shaped, not the perfect square. Square, yeah. Pause at the junction and then vertical. Underneath the big squarish things, I think this I explained. This is the who remember it? The character.
Field?
Yes. Emily, I guess.
Yes.
Actually, I heard your voice. I'm become better. Yes, this is field. See, these are squarish things. So this vertical, I mean this the radical. This radical is the things about the sacrifice. I need help spelling correct. Sacrifice.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, this is the radical for sacrifice. And also in Chinese, later we will learn this is also in the character of the god. The god. And here, okay, this is the character for 1, right? And this character is for what? Mouth, right? And this is for field. Fields, and mostly in Chinese agricultural country is for place to grow things for living. You know, grow the grain, the weeds, the vegetables, the corn, the sorghum. You know, everything like that. So I think around the New Year and the end of the lunar year, we have the big New Year like ceremony things. So 2 parts things. One thing is, you know, sacrifice, You know, you put the table there and put the like the candles there and put the best food best food there and the fruits there to you know to the sacrifice things and to the we say the kitchen god. So yeah, next year to thanks for this year harvest and wish next year the kitchen god give us enough food to eat. That's the tradition. And also give this food sacrifice to ancestor, your family ancestor, ancestors. So part of this, and also on the right part of course shows you know what's the blessing, what's the you know the happiness things is what with people's mouth and with the your family have some the fields, you can grow things to eat for life, live on it. So that's the thing is a blessing, blessing and also happy. That's why I try to help you to remember. See, look at this, the field things is real like the very square, right? You know, in China traditionally, I don't know in the Western, the fields, you know, very square, very squarish, in block by block, like that, and become the character. Not very perfect for the calligraphy writing. Do not use like the ruler, like a ruler straight, perfect. But this is still like a field looking, right? Try to help you to remember it. That's why come to the character, this character. Okay. And this is the walking style. Walking style, a little bit of change. We say sometimes even change the order, right? Or sometimes a couple of strokes become one. Okay, the left part of a sacrifice radical dot, but with some direction. Okay, ready to go next direction. So dot become that. Okay, at my you have your handout you in your front, right? I just direct right. Okay, so this dot become that and connect with the horizontal first and go vertical directly, and then become one stroke, slant become press, and then kick lift like that, and connect with these things. Slant connect horizontal indicated upper part, and the small horizontal one and the filled one connect. Okay, the main part changed is this sacrifice the radical, this part change the order and change the stroke to become one looking like. This common also use the way, also use the other characters with this radical. So yeah, try to practice some and you understand. Later on, you remember it time and time. Okay, dots almost the same, but show some direction, you know, ready to go next because it's walking, not stand. So the. So this changes to this. And the right part, the upper part, this just become this and the red horizontal. That's it. And the bottom part of the fields is still almost stay the same. More connected looking from last stroke. Yeah, that's how much changed in the walking style. But you can see for some, connecting part, connected but not very, strong pressing, with some lifting shows. Okay, let's move on the grass style, cursive style, running style also called. That's a lot changed. But, since we step by step from the standing style, walking, and still you can, for the whole image, you can still tell a little bit looks a little bit like that. And it's more running. It's really running. And I choose this no matter you like it or not. This is from the biggest, the most famous, the running style writer of Huai Su. Yeah, his writing of the cursive style. As I said, in the cursive style, sometimes some part people like to write it very clear, like the first part or some part. So you look at this sacrifice, the radical, the dot, and the horizontal and the vertical. Very, very clear, right? Okay, so dot. This clear, and then got ready to go. It's almost same thing, but a little bit simple, same thing. And then I did a little bit too fat, but I like this. I like this character a little bit be more fatty looking, because thinking about the meaning in the Chinese New Year, we do not want things really like a boning looking, like so poor, like a poor looking thing. We want something, like enough food to eat, enough field for next year. You can work on it. You have the potential things, you have some things left. Anyway.
Victoria?
Yes.
What would be generally the most common, since it's used so much for the new year, blessings, what do you see around the most? The standard style or combinations or?
This is the good question, but the answer is very, very depends. Depends. But if you, for the looking, more thinking about the meaning, I will tell you that common sense is more appreciative of like a fatty, like the full things looking, not very thin, boning looking for the traditional way. Because poor people is very thin and unhealthy looking, but the fatty looking, even for the character, shows enough things to eat in your family, or good life, happy, shows happiness. But for the style, depends. I will say for standard, or for even later, we are going to official script, shows very like the dignified looking, or can stand there, are very stable looking. But also it really depends, as we said, the walking or the cursive doesn't mean rush and careless, so you can do that, shows movement but still very dignified.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, good question. Okay, so this part is about the same, right? But this part shows, see, like the become, right? Become that. Yeah. become things like a half S, things like that. And then the lower part is very interesting because for the faster writing or for the convenience of the writing, for natural, and your brush doesn't leave the paper, just connected, changed everything, like even the order or even the strokes. See, this filled part before like that, right? And it becomes, see, goes connect with the upper part, right? And go with really like the change the order and everything. This part, right part first, and then do the left part of that framing thing, but with calligraphy stroke, and the center thing, just this. Not even small horizontal, and still the whole things like that. So kind of simplify the things, become just a connect with from the last stroke, then become. Yeah, but try do the things like this outside, the kind of outside to hold it, and the left side a little bit like that in center, and the center things vertical is still like a centered things. Try to do this way. Okay, okay, that's move to the official script. Does it look really like the very squarish, and we say, oh, your field is full, your like a barn. And the right part looks really like the barn, like the barns to me, you know, very stable there and full of things there, you know. And the left part, interesting, huh? Because the stroke originally actually this first, and the writing on paper one, standard walking and cursives later, the paper on paper style. And this first, see, we're talking about the sacrifice. This shows the radical part, sacrifice, really shows like the table thing, right? Like the table thing, like something on the top, you know, and the table. And the vertical things in center, right? Instead of the slant, originally actually is the more like the table setting, center things, and two some things like the two sticks or two rod supported. It's more like the real table looking thing, you know, horizontal and the vertical. And the right part become a little bit, you know, more connect, actually, a little bit different. So horizontal first, the mouth part changed, right? Mouth part changed, even the order of the writing. Look at, so vertical first. And then two verticals connect like that. And then do two horizontal. And connect with the vertical, the big, very stable field there. See, give you the very, stable, safe feeling. And when you write this, thinking about, this official script, thinking about the, you know, some obstruction, because it's on the stone or on the like the bamboo things, not like a not like a paper. So do not rush, do not feel that very smooth. Feel some obstacle and then overcome it. That's how come your brush goes. always feel that. Yeah, perpendicular your brush with the paper. Otherwise, just like the draw, you know, it won't work. The strokes looks different. So not big press, not press this way, press the lift that way, not that much that. But you're thinking about what's the knife carving, you know, goes. Thinking about the like the an obstacle on this side, on the way against the direction you go. You know, feel some obstruction, and then you go. Then your brush, your stroke will show that way. Okay, so the main part change is the standard is for the slant, that right sacrifice part. And change it to more table-like, in actually sacrifice table. See horizontal things like table or like 2 layers wood or something on the wood on the table, and then center pole and like 2 stick two sides supported, like table looking, more like table looking, barbecue table, some very simple you know, table looking. And this part, the right part, this part become the stroke changes, right? The order also changed. So horizontal first, and then this mouth one, 2 vertical first, and then go to horizontal one in center. More like whole things, you know, like more connected and more stable looking. Actually, for carving easier to connect them together. Anyway, this how much for the food, the blessing, and let's move to the other word also. It's popular when we out to do the show, and people ask for the one character for the image. I do not know why. This is actually not traditionally in the New Year round on the red squared paper, but people like it. Also, this is a good word by itself, even not for New Year. So we just added on the list, and also I saw on the list wanted as well. So we learn it. Standard first. Small, slant, almost like a dot. And then not very strong and short, horizontal, larger, horizontal. Slant, more vertical direction. Short dot. And here, what's that? Mouth again. And then the bottom part. So upper part and the lower part, and the upper part also left and the right, 2 parts for that. So put this underneath part like almost in the center of the upper 2 parts. Yeah, do not just lean one side. Actually, this part is the simplified character for knowledge. Knowledge, or the word, the verb to know. To know. And this we know that already, right? This is the day or sun, right? It's from originally from this one. So we remember it and we review it all the way. Actually, this also the other character. Too fast. Only this part. Arrow. Arrow. Anyway, nothing to do here. Okay, so this is the character for the wisdom. Wisdom. Is there anything, any meaning you can think of? I don't know. This like daily, underneath like daily, every day, you learn something, you are at some knowledgeable thing, you know something, so become more wisdom and wisdom. I don't know, or daily think of some things by knowledge, you know, I don't know. And the knowledge part is what? It's the arrow and your mouth, I don't know, together, I don't know. Anyway, this is the character for the wisdom. Standard style. And then very close, just a more connect for that, shows the movements, the tendency where it goes, more wholeness about the this character, just add some connect. But connect part, you can lift the brush a little bit, not the same weight, so the rhythm a little bit different. Okay, so upper part. Yeah, as I said, for some part, I will let you know what's the iron roll, what's the plastic roll. It's very flexible. You depend on each time you're writing or different people's writing. So how detailed or how it changed. Like for example, the hook and the last vertical stroke shows a little bit of hook, shows the tendency, and I didn't do that. It's fine, just fine. Or sometimes this after this mouth and the connection doesn't show that much. You lift every time a little bit different. How much connected? How heavy? Fine. Yeah, just fine. So this doesn't matter. And basically the same, right? Just shows some connection, more connection. The grass style, running style is really very simplified and very running. I think only the bottom part, the sun part, the daily part, you can tell, right? You can tell. And the last upper part really changed. And the upper part of the right hand side part of the mouth is really simplified. Just brush, touch there, press a little bit, and then go the lower part of the sun, daily character. So the left part become this, go, and then press and go the sun, daily part. And back to the center, that's it. Do not have to do the seal bottom part one. No, do not have to do. So let's do it again. It's like the flip of the like a number 3 this side, but do not do very curvy thing. Do some calligraphy writing. You know, it's come from the horizontal and then kind of the slant and the vertical part of this. This totally stroke, not just the connect and the simplified. It's like we talked about a few strokes become kind of 1 to 2 strokes. That's the basic rule for this. But this part become this is the rule, the common thing you will see at other places. And think about that's the meaning for that, because some role, you need to think about that and remember it, and you cannot break it. That's wisdom. You follow it, and you have your own thoughts, your style, but yeah, that's about the horizontal, I mean the cursive style. Let's look at the official script. This a little bit different writing, actually. More strokes, more parts on the upper part. Lower part is still the same. So just one stroke by one stroke, thinking about your carving thing. And when you your brush walk, remember there is feel some obstruction, feel some, and then doesn't mean more strokes is harder. This is easier actually. Because stop. I mean the stroke by stroke, you just put them, make them stable as you are played. The Jenga, the wood, stack them together. Follow it like 2 strokes, horizontal things here. When you do that, brush feel different, knife. And the slant kind of, bounce back a little bit like that. Because you are carving, the knife wouldn't do sweeping thing. Do not sweep the sharp tip. Do not do that. Bounce back instead a little bit. And the dot is more dual-like. And then do this part. This you can fly a little bit here. Yeah, goose tail flying. A little bit, I mean, the hook-like thing, but not the very sharp thing. Okay, do the mouth in between. And the big flat underneath the sun one. Look at this vertical stroke. That's common, not very straight. A little bit kind of a bend. Actually, the expert said on the official script, this is very common because on the stone, natural things, and later, even on the paper, this kind of writing even looks more powerful, more stable thing. Like the tree, when a very young tree goes up very straight, and sometimes in the wind and the back a little bit, or got some problem, and then still up straight, up towards, and it become very, very, very stable thing. So they just sometimes on purposely do that. Just keep your brush hold it, hold it very tight, and thinking of this is the put power there. Think about with some obstacle there, so you will do that. And then horizontal one. And then no connection and, another stroke of the vertical one. Horizontal one. Do not touch, leave a little bit. Horizontal one. Okay, this is the, just feel some, one thing I think for our class is to learn something and enjoy, something I learned, I heard this, the story or historical things, and I know the rules I learned. And also I remembered which stroke is pretty for the meaning, blah, blah, blah. And also I think enjoy the the workshop, your hands on, to do that, to feel that different style, and then later you choose which one you like, feel that. So different looking, right? Different looking, not just the stroke, different, totally the different looking of the way to write it. You can tell. Do you feel the different way to write it? Yeah, as I do that, and meanwhile talking, sometimes I think I talk too much, but I think I want to use this time to let you know. Otherwise, just watch me. I try to explain a little bit. So thinking about the knife and feel the way you are going, in the direction you are going, feel some obstacle, and then your strokes shows different. Because on the hard surface, stone or metal, okay, even now we use brush on the paper, feel that way. I said also same way, if you can try, use a stick on the sand, to write. That's the way to write this style. And it shows the different way, more dignified thing. So you choose, I think for the wisdom, the horizontal, the running style, cursive style is beautiful, and the walking style is could be beautiful when you write seriously and with the wholeness, not rush, doesn't show careless, not that way to show walking compared with the standard. So each style, you like, or depends on some different occasion or some meaning. You want to show different meaning or with different looking. You judge it. It's like a picture. It's like a picture, and there is no iron rule on it, or how which one is more popular, which one is mostly people to choose. People choose different, even in China, Chinese people traditionally or nowadays. I think, yes, question.
Who created the official style?
Say again your question, I'm sorry.
Who created the official style? In other words, was that Mao or?
No.
That, okay.
Official style, official, the word sounds doesn't sound good, isn't it? To our like the calligraphy art class, doesn't sound good. Official, why is not individual, cool. Not artistic, right? No, it's from the Han Dynasty.
Han Dynasty, okay.
Before standard, before paper appeared.
Oh, really? So the official was before any of the others. Interesting.
Yes. It's all actually just the one stroke of the flying stroke shows a little bit flexible thing. It's actually come from a little bit of change from the seal carving oracle style.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I think it's very pretty, you know.
yeah, and right. That's why so on the hard surface, it's really more picture-like thing, you know, pictogrammed. And also, I think government empires asked some people to organize more, to put some role. Not different people use different way to just show the picture, you know, more like the character. That's the reason called official script. Yeah, there's nothing to do with the later government things. It's in Han Dynasty. Yeah,
That's good to know, really.
you know, for me, good question. For me, even nowadays, when I speak that, I really don't like the word. Every time, I don't like the word of the official, you know, official script. What's that? I like the style, and I like the looking, and very artistic. The word. Okay. The reason is to to regular some things put in the form before very too picture-like things become more like the article things, like character things. That time, ancient time, yeah, that's called official rules to do that.
Okay.
I have very little time. I'll very quick do a little bit my orchid things, and got some. Just a little bit. Yeah, this orchid, I show you the picture. See that the proportion there. It's called the spring orchid. The whole size is very small, and the flower stem is reached about 1/3 of the leaves height. And the face of that, it looks like a happy face there with the, you know, the dot of the red, like the little mouth, little lips. It's really cute. So I have to do some things to save the flower face center of them. Normally, you know, the Chinese orchid painting concentrated on the calligraphy stroke of the leaves, doesn't really care about the flower thing, but some good things we do. Oh, and this flower compared with the whole leaves, kind of a big. So I saved that with a little bit of white thing. And then I need to do some green. I have to use the different brush because I have no time to wait it dry. So this is a plum blossom, the flower petal, which means kind of the roundish. So I do the rounded the petal. I try to do the 2 strokes of them, and since I do the facing to the flower, because the other petals doesn't really show, you know, it's like the hat or like some things only show the tip of the other petals there. And the top one is like the hat things, just very shady to do that. That's the facing one. And I will do the side one. And then halfway opened, kind of the butt one. And then I'll do some really beautiful. Actually, I'm used the Henry's color. It's the Japanese watercolor, sumi color. And this the red things also shows a little bit halfway dried for the petal, a little bit like the wings a little bit, shows a little bit. Do these wings, I do a little bit lost and found. If you do very solid line, it doesn't show very natural, very good though. So do not count how many, how many lines or how many need to be. Doesn't do that. And I do some like some brownish with some like reddish things to do the stem. And then I just use the rest ink in my the big. And try do some light layer. I don't have to do, but better do it. I do lots of ink here. Let's see, try. Still very dark. However. Yeah, some very stiff stuff there. Okay, yeah, when you do the leaves, try to do some rhythm, some even the single leaves, try to do some pressing and the lifting, pressing and the lifting, try to do this. And also for the flower petal center thing, there is kind of above the red dot, there's kind of the yellow node there, nodes there. So it's beautiful. doesn't really show that much here. Okay, and also a little bit ink thing. You know, sometimes I just think a little bit ink shows beauty, like a beauty of the black there. And okay, then I'll simply put some character for the name for it. Okay, this name is for, I don't know, because it's a plum petaled flower. So it's called Western. I don't know where it's come from, the character. This character is Western or West. And this is the character for the god. Plum. Okay, the name is called the Western Guard or Amazing Good, Amazingly Good. We also call this character Amazing Good, or like a spiritual good or some things. Yeah, and the plum, we learned the word is for because of the rounded shaped flower petal. And I put my name here. Okay, later I forgot my seal again. I put my seal here. Okay, that's about things. I like to paint the orchids and for the calligraphy stroke of the leaves, you know, lots of practicing and for the whole composition of it. And I just like to do it. And sometimes a different flower with different center, different flower shows a little bit of the petal part or the central part. And also different season, I want a lot of them. I got a lot of chance to practice it. So that's why I have that much orchids there, give me more chance. When it bloomed, I always see, I here better I put one stroke to do that. Okay, anyway. Do not give the snake too much feet. Okay, that's it. And for the next time, should be the next section of that. And we need to sign up again for next 4 times a little bit of painting and calligraphy painting, and a little 2 characters basically stay the same. And I think for the period of the time, you will tell for next time is like five weeks, because we lived 1 week. Both Henry and I, we got the jury duty. So we don't know anyway. Just put put 1 week there. We are. I don't know yet. How's going should be, you know, nowadays. Anyway, for the our class, I don't know. I don't want to always change it. Just leave 1 week with no class there. Should be the second week or I forgot. Anyway, so from time it looks like the 5 weeks, but for the date for the class exactly will be 4 times stay the same. And yeah, I will continue on that, basically same things. And any suggestions, let me know. Be happy to see your practicing and your creation about your painting and making the crafts or anything. And I shared also the Charles he doesn't he got some the eye after eye surgery, you know, he got you know, some problem with the, you know, that I don't know, screen work or some things. He's not in our classroom area, and sometimes when he sent the picture and the photo of his work there, I shared it in the classroom. And Charles, people love your painting there. I shared it in the classroom. They said, stunning. They said very good. They said their goal to do that. I let you know, Charles.
Definitely.
Yeah, and also Emily's work, Susan's work, I appreciate, and hope you can continue to doing that and enjoy the class and for the learning and working, practicing. Any suggestions, specific or idea, let me know.
Thank
Very
you,
good.
Victoria.
Thank you.
Okay.
Happy New
There
Year.
you go.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy painting. Happy New
Before
Year.
you, Victoria, before you shut down,